Good morning. Marco here with Keto Crypto. And just a reminder for the day. You know, life is not easy. And it's really important that you're careful about what you focus on every day. What do you spend your time doing? So, at Keto Crypto, we're all about where health meets wealth. Your health is extremely important, but health is such a confusing topic. Not many people truly understand health. There's so many avenues of health, whether it's vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, being a raw foodist, being a pescatarian, a fruitarian. There's a little bit of truth in everything. So if you get stuck on just one, then, you're probably not incorporating overall health and wellness into your life. So here at Keto Crypto, we have a basic health course where we give you the basic general idea of overall health and wellness. Little truths, little pieces from all of these different aspects of health. So, we do focus on saturated fats for energy because the body makes energy from either sugar or fat. So, we don't focus on sugar for our energy. We focus on fat because it's a more efficient source of fuel. Sugar is a very inefficient compared to fat, and it's also very sticky and makes a mess. So fat is just overall more efficient and a better source of fuel. So, we make sure we get our fats and we make sure we get our nutrients. There's 90 essential nutrients of life. They're vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, fats, and proteins. And, it's important that we get them all, but it's important that we get them from nature. So, all of these pills, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, those are causing more harm than they are doing good. So, the majority, these days there's a lot of health conscious people, but there's also a lot of fads, a lot of hypes, a lot of extreme communities. The vegetarians are very extreme. They are only vegetarian. They're not getting all the healthy fats they need most likely. And they're not, the animal protein is actually very important. It is very important. Plants are very important too. And fruits are very important. As I'm fat adapted. I focus on saturated fats, avocados, coconuts, which are also fruits, but meat, animal fat, butter, dairy, cheese, these are all really healthy fats. So the animals and the animal products are very important. And I don't demonize them, and I don't separate them, and I don't kick them out of my life. They're still very important, and I love them. And I bring them into my life. So, just like the plants, I bring them into my life. They're alive too. So, when it comes to health, there's a lot of things you kind of have to get through them to understand them. And it takes a long time to truly get a general idea of overall health and wellness. But that's what we've been doing here at Keto Crypto for the last 17 years. So we've put together our basic course. So anybody out there who is feeling not healthy or feeling like you're suffering or you're sick, maybe you have a dis-ease, some type of disease or some type of sickness, maybe you're sick all the time, whatever it might be. The basic course is a great foundation to start. And then from there you would move on to the advanced course or the master course, where you would become an advanced or a master user. So, yeah, we really got to stay focused on our health, and that's a great start. And then after that, we can focus on our wealth, and we can become the bank, and we can adopt these new technologies that we don't know anything about. These financial technologies, isn't it so beautiful? I really I'm super at peace out here. But I've got my health and my wealth, and I'm the bank, and I feel good. And I feel really good about the direction the world's going. A lot of people are losing money. A lot of businesses are losing money, closing down. A lot of people are having a hard time finding work, paying to live, for rent, to eat, inflation. Everything costs a lot of money. The dollar is crumbling slowly. The paper money is done. That's old, old, old history. So the future is always moving forward, and we've got to stay ahead of the curve. So get healthy and get wealthy. And check out Keto Crypto, where health meets wealth. And we'll do it together. All right, have a beautiful day, everybody. I know I will. Peace.